how you kick it off.
Good afternoon, evening.
Oh, yeah. Let's go.
Still there?
Say what you're going to say, Keith. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm going to go. If it's me, I'm going to go. You didn't have it while I was gone?
Nope. Probably something with your settings.
I'm going to go because I don't have any answers.
Settings.
I haven't changed any, so I don't know. We'll have to figure it out later. But I'll go so you don't have a problem.
All right, Keith. That was quick. Nope.
He actually had a reverb knob turned up. He's like, I actually don't want to do this show today. So
on that note, this is the Unprofessional Professional Sports Podcast. Mostly unprofessional at this moment. But hey, what are we going to do? Just continue on with the show just like nothing happens. All right. Well, today is basically the second or first day of training camp, depending on when your team started. And that's what this show is going to reverberate from, is that training camp news. So we have a lot of training camp injuries. James is privy, one of his players is privy to one of them. And that would be Brian Brzee, feared to have torn an LCL. Now, is that speculation, or did he actually tear an ACL?
Well, it's, for all intents and purposes, all the likelihood of a torn ACL. I mean, yes. Brian Brzee is a former first-round draft pick 2 years ago. He picked up a first for 27. They picked up his fifth round option. He's actually a pretty good player, so it does hurt them a little bit, particularly with question marks on the defense already, considering that they lost DeMario Davis and almost lost Cam Jordan, but we're getting back a 37-year-old Cam Jordan. And they added a few more pieces here. I love the fact that they have Chase Young. And they drafted a couple of guys, but it's still, draft picks. The second-round draft pick out of Georgia is a DT, and you got a couple other guys that were there already. But this is probably the second best guy on the team, so it's going to be. I mean, when I say second best guy, second best DT on the team. That's really going to hurt their depth. So yeah, there's that. Welcome back, football.
Yeah, welcome back, football. And it's not too really starting off too good for the Texas A&M either, because their two players in the NFL, Nick Scorton, is out for the year for Carolina, and we don't know what the deal is with Shamir Stewart, but he looks like he got carted off again with ACL. So we don't know what's exactly the prognosis on him. We just know that he got carted off and it doesn't look good. And how you doing, Joe? And how you doing, Sonia?
Tell him something, yes. Joe.
Yeah, and then Carolina suffered another I got so many notes here, it's not even funny. Carolina suffered another blow to their with their rookie receiver. Chris Brazell suffered an LCL tear, but he's expected to be out. At least he can come back. He'll be out 8 weeks.
Mid-season.
Mid-season. So he should be, hopefully, if everything goes well for him, he should be back. We do have a few people starting off on the PUP list. Some big names. George Kittle starting training on a PUP list. Now, don't get this knocked out of the idea. They can still come back within, the training camp period. So it's not, they can start off that way, but they can come back. It's when they get to the regular season where that might be a problem. For the Lions, I know 3 guys are on PUP. That would be both their starting safeties, Brian Branch and Kirby. Nobody knows what's going on with Kirby. The coach don't even know what's going on with Kirby. He's trying to explain it. You don't know. So that doesn't look good for Kirby. I don't know what they're going to do. But right now, they got backup safeties that they got in the offseason. Hopefully, they can fill in for the time being until one of those 2 at least come back. We also got some people coming off the PUP, and that would be Ravens defensive lineman Nadami Matabuke. And I'm glad I can say that. Yeah, one other person that came off. By the way, Malik Neighbors is back on the field, catching passes from Jackson Dart. So he's looking like he's getting ready, good to go to play week 1, hopefully, for him. I don't know. We're looking one without an echo, that's for sure.
Right.
Yeah. Good afternoon, gents.
I muted myself, so I wanted to make sure it wasn't me.
Yeah, you're good.
No, I think it's you.
You're
I
good.
think it's you, B. It sounds like something's like muffling on the mic.
Is it?
Yeah.
Could be my fan, but my fan's been on, so.
I think it's when you're touching your laptop. We're getting a type sound.
Sir, I'm going to have to be HR. We can't be touchy-feely with the laptop, sir.
That's right. If you could just keep your hands to yourself.
Yes.
They have wasn't there a song about that?
I don't know.
Georgia
Tell me no
Satellites,
lies.
like that. Right, keep your hands to yourself.
That's right. Yeah, exactly. It's a brush sound. Yeah.
Did you still hear it?
Yeah, I just did. Yeah, so I think it's when you're touching stuff.
It's the paper. It's the paper. See? There you go. We're just really doing this unprofessional part really well today, aren't we? Yes.
Yeah, like your mic is a clip on. Yeah, it's not like a normal paper sound. Like it literally is like a growl. It's good times. Good times.
Yeah, good time. All right. All right. So for other off the wall stuff that's going on in the NFL, defensive tackle Vita Vea for the Buccaneers is not happy. He doesn't have a contract, so he said, "Hey, give me a contract or trade me," which is the usual thing that happens about this time of the year when they want to get paid. But the Bucs said they're not ready to trade him right now. Right now.
Well,
So
especially because you're not going to get anything for him.
Right,
Like he's in the last year of his deal. He's 17 mil, and then whoever's going to get him has to pay him, right? So, and then what are you gonna give up for him, right? It's not like you're going to give up anything big for him. They're not going to trade him for nothing. So, wow.
Wow, you're right. Yeah.
Well, he is, though, the 18th highest paid DT in the league. Yeah. And four of those guys are 4 years, are older than him. And so I think obviously he's underpaid. He is underpaid. I mean, he's probably top 5, top 10 DT in the whole league. And he's paid underwhelming. I mean, he's making 17.1 this year.
Yeah, but he's 31, right? 31.
31. Yeah. I mean, so, the age of those guys, especially guys on the heavier side, they age quick. They age out quick. But
that's the thing is, if you are the Bucs, how they're currently put together roster wise, are you interested in an older guy when? Let's be honest, you're kind of at the precipice of having to redo a lot of stuff, right? Like you got guys that are aging out all over the place. So do you want to give him a big contract? Probably not. But if you're trying to trade him, you're probably only going to get like a third rounder because he's a rental, right? I mean, you get him for this year. So unless you're someone like the Rams, they don't have the cap space for him. But like, unless you were someone like that, that is like, hey, we're pushing all the chips to the middle to go win this thing this year. He's not an enticing pickup because you're looking at an older guy that you have for a rental that's going to still hit your cap for 17, and you're going to give up some sort of draft pick for him. And realistically, are you going to pay him after this year? I don't know that you are. So it's, I think it's just an unfortunate situation. That is he still great? Sure. Do you think he's going to be great 2 and 3 years from now? I mean, I wouldn't bet on it. Like he might be Bobby Wagner, where he just happens to be a rock star forever. But are you betting on that? Because the odds don't favor it.
So this is where Tampa Bay has the leverage. They definitely have the leverage because they don't have to trade him.
No.
One and two, like you said, nobody's really gonna give them like the chips. Like they're not gonna give them a gold or a king's ransom for someone that's aging out of their prime in that position. So I mean, I'm pretty sure he still has a couple of good years left. But again,
sure.
yeah.
But if you sign him to a 3-year deal, that means you have him for 4, right? Because it doesn't start till the end of the current contract. And it's just like, okay, so do you think he's still going to be that dude 2 and 3 years from now? Or did you just give him a ton of guaranteed money for this year and next year?
Right.
And again, who knows? Maybe he will be awesome the next 4 years. And that's if he's willing to take a 3-year deal. But maybe he'll be that guy. History doesn't.
It also could be the writings on the wall for Tampa Bay. And he probably sees that. That's why he mentions he wants to go out to the West Coast. Mm-hmm. Obviously, maybe with some team like Seattle or San Francisco or the Rams or the LA Chargers. Something like that. That's probably closer to home. He's getting closer to retirement. He probably wants to win a ring. And he wants to win a ring as well. And also, he's probably, again, looking at the fact that there's another situation in Tampa Bay where they don't want to pay Baker Mayfield as well. Obviously, and then you've lost your wide receiver in Mike Evans. You have a linebacker that's retired. It looks like a rebuild situation is almost happening.
Well, and that's why I don't think they're interested. Is that whole team's aging out. So I don't think they want to retain him anyway, even if he does stay there this year. And Rob, yeah, I mean, I think everybody in the NFC West, I mean, outside of Arizona, right? But the rest of the teams would be interested for the right price, because at the end of the day, the Rams are stacked. The Seahawks are coming off a ring. The Niners were right there with everybody hurt last year. I mean, so it's, I could see someone in the West if they didn't want to get much, right? Like if they were just like, hey, just get him out the building. You take on the contract. We'll take a third. Then someone in the West would probably take him. If they're like, hey, we still think he's great, we want a first for him, I think they're going to have him this year, because I don't think anyone's signing up for that. Jerry Jones might do something dumb, but it wouldn't be for Vita Vea. Crosby, real possible. Although I don't think they need him. They just picked up 3 edge rushers in the draft.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, I think Vegas is pretty set as far as their defense is right now with Crosby on there. I think this is probably an opportunity for Crosby because now the defense is more built around him. I think this is probably the best defensive team he's been on, at least on paper, that he's been on for a while. Yeah.
Although, if he were to go to Dallas, Dallas would be over the top because that defense is looking good now on paper.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Quarterback Baker Mayfield is Tampa Bay will play under his current contract and become a free agent in 2027. His contract talks have stalled, so he's just like, you know what, screw it. I'm just going to play the rest of the year out and just be a free agent next year. I think this is a reason why we had the problems in Tampa Bay with the money thing, because I think now it should clear some money if they're not talking about signing Baker immediately. Then at least go ahead and just get Vita tied up with some years, so he can be honored, because that's what they built the defense around. They built the defense around Vita. So
yeah, I think his age is what's making that not a thing. Honestly, the way that Tampa's doing stuff, they're like, hey, we're gonna run this one through this year, and then that's it, right? And it's rebuild time.
Well, I did catch some news on ESPN. B, I'm gonna have to tell you, you and I had a conversation about this a while back, and we were like on different sides of it. But it looks like Jahmyr Gibbs and Bijan Robinson are healthy scratches off. They didn't participate in any activities on their first day, and they look like they're going to sit in. They're going to hold in. So they're probably trying to get their contracts up to reset the market. So be on the lookout for that.
Yep. Just whoever flinches first, I guess. I think you want to pay both of these running backs, because they are probably the two best running backs out there, top 5 at least, both of them in the NFL. So, and they've put up the numbers to show that in their time here. Since they.
And it's not just the running backs too. New Orleans, Chris Olave, he didn't participate.
Get into that one too. Yeah. What's going on with that one, man?
I mean, everybody showing what they did last year, and they want to get paid.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not mad at them. Go get your money.
Sons of bitches.
Hey, if you can get your bag, get it.
Yep,
that's right. Speaking of people throwing money around, though, the Browns throwing some money around, and Jadeveon Clowney is going to come and talk to them about some stuff. So, maybe
the crumbs.
Yeah, the crumbs. Put down by New Orleans. Huh? Browns agreed to a 3-year extension with safety Grant Delpit for $48 million. Browns also extend Denzel Ward to a 2-year, $62.2 million, which makes him the highest paid corner in the league.
Again.
So, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Woo! There's some shots flying out of there, buddy.
Oh my goodness! Yeah, the only thing gonna be on fire is the Carolina tail. Yeah. After we smoke them, light that bad boy on fire.
I mean, after everything she said so far, it sure sounds like Atlanta's going to win that division.
Wow.
They got to get a quarterback.
Yeah,
that's just talking about Clowney. So a little bit of things going on here. Tua is sidelined with a back flare up. Yeah, there you go. Thank you. There's a back flare up, and Michael Penix hasn't even been cleared for 11-on-11 drills yet. So they're in a conundrum with the quarterback situation. I thought they were anyway, even with those two healthy. But it is what it is. Tucker Kraft is returning to training camp in Green Bay after his ACL issue. So that's good to see. Lamar Jackson's having issues with his contract as well, but at least he's showing up to training camp. Also, Jamar Chase and in training camp today, as a matter of fact, Jamar Chase and DJ Turner got into an altercation with Chase ripping off Turner's helmet, then tossing it.
Yep.
Chase then proceeded to jaw at the entire Bengals defense. And of course, they let up yards when that happened. And then flinched at Jalen Davis, who squared up on Jamar. And it's like, oh, you ain't taking my helmet off and throwing it, bro. I don't care if you're number one receiver. You ain't stepping to me. So,
hey, let's be honest. That's the most fight we've seen out of that defense in years.
Step
into the bad side.
Yeah, I think the throwing the helmet over the defense, is something that they're used to seeing anyway. So maybe Jamar was just letting them know. Let's see. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So Rob, that is a that is an interesting one. So he just turned down a $30 million offer. He did
What
just
is
turn
for?
that down.
30 a year.
I forget exactly what the verbiage was on it. I just remember seeing it was 30. So I'm not sure exactly if it was 30 a year or not. I don't think it was that high. I think the initial offer was less than you would think it would be, as well as he's played. That being said, the Seahawks historically will pay a corner, they'll pay a safety, they'll pay some D line, they'll pay a receiver.
It was that rich.
30 a
He
year.
turned down yeah.
Okay.
He's
So
seeking a market setting deal exceeding 31 annually.
yeah. So if he continues to push even further, then no, they won't, because you still got to have the rest of the team. So he might be one of those where, hey, I got my ring on my rookie deal. Let me go get my bag, and then I'll try and win another one later. So he might end up being a Jet or a Brown or, some other franchise, career killing location, and then, get another chance at winning something later. But, you see this a lot. If you win a ring on your rookie deal, trying to get the maximum money, that is rarely on the team you won the ring with. So if he wants to keep pushing, then probably not. You probably do look at trade options, because you will get value for him. So yeah, tough to say.
Yeah, what about Tua? Yeah, he's in a bad place at this moment.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think maybe she's a little bit behind on the broadcast.
Nothing's changed on Tua.
Same old Tua. He's hurt.
Same old Falcons.
Yeah, exactly.
Speaking of somebody who got the bag, Eagles defensive tackle Jalen Carter gets a 4-year, $160 million extension. I think he deserved that.
Yeah. No, Sonia, I don't think they're going to win. They might win the division, but they're not winning anything else.
If he's not the top 3 best defensive tackles in the league, I mean, obviously don't sneeze at no slouch is Jeffrey Simmons in Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, that man had 12 sacks last season as a DT. That dude's a monster on that defense and that team. I mean, he is dominant. But
no, son, you're late.
Sorry. But if we're late on it means it's not coming through.
Jalen Carter is well deserved, the contract that he received, and they probably have the highest paid defensive tackle duo in both Jalen Carter and and Jordan Davis. Jordan Davis got a 3-year contract, $78 million. So that's probably the most expensive defensive tackle duo right now, and I think it's worth it as long as they can stay healthy.
For sure. And they may not win the South, but they might win the South. I'm waiting for the middle finger emoji. It's fine.
Vikings also signed Jamal Adams as safety for them. They need all the help they can possibly get. They lost Harrison to retirement last season, this coming up season. So they're gonna need somebody to fill up that space.
There's just shots fired all over the place.
Hey, I'll take it, man, right now. But just please, I like the fact that we're talking. You got your Super Bowl ring, but the Saints, sleep on them. I love it. Sleep on them this year. They are improved, sir. Nothing. My Cowboys taking that division. So what year are they? I mean, they took that division, 3 or 4 years in a row, and did nothing with that, right?
There it is.
There you go. It is the Unprofessional Professional Sports Podcast.
Why not? Why not?
It is what it is. Love it. Yeah. All right. So going back to the Jameer Gibbs and Bijan Robinson not practicing amid contract discussions. Do you think, how's that? I mean, to me at this point, a lot of people say if they don't practice during training camp, they're more susceptible to soft tissue injuries during the regular season.
Sure.
So this is going to be bad for both the team and the player if you look at it from that aspect. What side would you have on this?
It's their way of figuring out how to get around the CBA collective bargaining agreement rules, where you get fined for not playing. You just figure out a way to say, okay, oops, I pulled a hamstring or something, I can't play. So or practice, I can't practice.
Well, you just have to be there. That's the
right.
thing.
You have to be there.
Vita did that today too. He had some kind of injury. At least that's what the head coach said.
Yeah, you just got to be there.
Yeah.
So they're there, they're dressed, they just not going to participate, and obviously the organization knows what's going on, but they can't really do anything about it. But try to figure out a way to rectify that situation in either trading them or giving them the money or figuring out a deal. And ultimately, those two guys, you're going to figure out a deal. Chris Olave too, you're going to figure out a deal.
It makes sense for them to do it too, because if you're in the middle of a contract negotiation and then you do actually get hurt in those, training camp things, you blow out an ACL, you just gave away a ton of money because you still don't have a deal.
Yep. And that's what's going to happen with what's my man in Dallas. He elects to go play on his franchise tag, George Pickens.
Yep.
So, but he's pretty much in the same situation where he can force a contract if he does the same thing, but I think he's electing to practice and play.
Well, I mean,
$27 million.
The thing is Pickens is an interesting one because the thing that hurts him is his attitude. I mean, it's the same thing that you see with DK, right? Is supreme talent. Like all the talent in the world is there. It's just all the other stuff that, the second either one of those guys have a decline in their athletic ability, I hope they're good at selling insurance, because the NFL career is going to fade away real quick, because all of a sudden you're off the field antics, or even during the game when it comes to DK, right? Outweighs your ability. And it's not like DK has a great route tree, right? So it's all about just being fast. Pickens, runs a good route, but also hot-headed. I kind of wanted to see those two together actually play a season, because, I mean, it wouldn't be good football, but, man, it'd be hilarious for shows like this.
Yeah, it would be good football, because we're going to see which one melts down the first.
Exactly.
Yes, I think with the Lions, in the Lions case, is buyer's remorse kind of is something that they're going through right now, because they signed Kirby to all that money, and then what happens? He gets hurt, and nobody knows what's going on with his knee. So not even a doctor can figure it out. I mean, he knows the medical language for it, but he doesn't know exactly how. Eventually Kirby's going to have to go in there to get that surgically repaired. And they say when you repair that, it's never the same after that. So I don't know if Kirby is waiting for a definite or to try it out or whatever the case may be. But considering the fact he's on the PUP list now, he ain't going to be trying anything. So I think what they should have done was just let him go out there, see if he can work on it a little bit. And if he can't make it through training camp, well, there's your answer right there. So I think that's where the Lions are at with Jahmyr Gibbs, because they don't want the same thing to happen, because, it's kind of like a shock to your systems. Like, I paid all this guy his money, and he's just non-existent now. He can't play. He's not,
I mean, the PUP list doesn't mean anything right now, though. So
yeah.
The PUP list, after you go down to your 53-man roster, that means you're gone for four games, right? But until then, The pup list, you could be on it today and off it tomorrow, and it doesn't make any difference. The only thing that it really allows teams to do is have an extra player on their 90-man roster. Is if you're on the pup, then they can bring someone else in. But I mean, that's why you see guys that are on the pup list this time of year that they're healthy enough to do something. It's they get to try out a few guys, and they weren't going to really put them in reps anyway, especially like some of the veterans will routinely enter training camp on the pup list, even though they're fine. So I wouldn't read too much into it yet. If you start getting into preseason games, that's where the pup list starts to get interesting because, then you have to worry about if we do get to that 53-man cut and you're on it, now you're obligated to miss games. Now, they don't have to get to the 53 until 3 days before the first actual game. So it's much different than it's been in years past.
That was a Mont St. Brown. That was not Gibbs. Okay. No. At least if you're going to try to throw shade the right way, Sonia. Anyway. So this comes to the fact that San Francisco is having a hard time this season.
Good.
I know you'll approve of that with the fact that George Kittle starting on the PUP and Ricky Pearsall is raising some concern over his PCL injury and his knees swelled up on him. They're kind of concerned about that, and considering the fact that they have the Brandon Ayuk problem going on. Well, it's not really a problem. He's just not there. Probably
He's not a problem at all. Outside of media people having to ask about him, he's not affecting them in any way because he hasn't even done the basic stuff for him to become a problem.
Did you say Brown? Because I can see Gibbs right here. I don't know what you're saying. I don't see Brown in that sentence.
I mean, man.
Try again.
We got the receipts.
Try it again. Try it again. And then, of course,
Shanahan rear-ended
Shanahan, he decided he wanted to go out on the road and play. Look for my phone under my seat while driving. And he did admit to that problem, and he came out the worst of the situation. The 21-year-old is in fair condition and didn't have to go to the hospital, whereas he had to, and he's concussed, and he can't coach the team. Good job, Shanahan.
Broke his wrist, broke some ribs, got a bunch of stitches, and he definitely got the worst end of it. And kudos to him for jumping out in the public and saying, hey, it wasn't on the person that he hit, because the media started out with saying she hit him. So kudos to him for coming out and clarifying that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
At least he couldn't have a better team. Yeah, that makes sense for a Cowboys fan also. Like if there was ever a division that wants to see the Niners fail, it's that one.
And now, speaking of your division,
mm-hmm.
Will we see Aaron Donald once again in the Rams uniform?
He there's a good chance, right? Like if there was ever a time to dust it off to come back and try and steal a ring, this is it. The dude is a freak of nature. Even if he's 80% of what he was, you're still talking about a borderline all-pro guy. So then you allow him to move around a little bit. So that means you have reps where he is lined up next to Myles Garrett. Like that is ridiculous. So I wouldn't be surprised if he comes back. That team is stacked. So if he wanted to just ring chase one last time, this is the year to try and do it.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say he's coming back. He's going to skip training, practice. And my man's been sitting out for like two years now. And I'm like, I wouldn't want to practice. I wouldn't want to, but I do want that ring. So, and I think if the deal that they're talking about him playing the 8 best games that they can use him of the season and playing all of the playoffs, please, that's a gravy deal. I'm pretty sure they're going to give him a nice fat check for it too.
Well, he's still under contract.
Oh, gotcha.
He's still owned contract wise by the Rams, which is why that's where he would be going. Is he retired? He didn't finish out his contract.
much to the chagrin of Sonia, who don't like talking about the Rams either. But I'm so sorry. You're just only talking about any teams in the NFC West because they pretty much.
Any teams in the NFL outside of the Panthers, sir.
Exactly.
Right.
Especially if they're teams that are gonna, potentially win.
Right.
Yeah,
it is looking scary.
If he comes back, that's the best defense in the league.
You think even better than Houston?
Yeah.
Top 5 defenses to me would be, I would say the Rams. I like the Eagles defense. I like Cleveland's defense still. I still like Cleveland's defense. And what is it? Oh, Dallas's defense. Man,
Dallas has promise. I mean,
and Seattle's defense. Yeah, forgive me, sir. Forgive me. Those are the 5. See those, and you can flip them around. I'm not putting them in any specific order, but those top 5. Yeah.
I'm still pretty much going with Houston being a better defense than the Rams because they both have good bookends. The middle is solid. And then they got good defensive backs.
I didn't get to name them. Yes, Houston definitely. I would put them ahead of the Rams. I would agree.
Yeah, it's like if Donald comes back, I would have the Rams as probably the best defense because you got to remember they also fixed their secondary. So with having McDuffie and everybody show up, so they'll be a tough out. I like elements of the Texans defense
in the top 5. Sonia,
the Rams will be probably the most complete defense.
They're good defense, Sonia. I bragged about your defense before, but I'm not putting them top 5. I'm not putting the Panthers top 5, Sonia.
I don't know. I think that Houston has proven that you're adding stuff onto the Rams, thinking that that's just what's going to happen. Again, that's a paper thing. I think Houston's proven already, and they added more people to their defense than they had last year. Sure. So I mean, as far as Houston's, I just think they're just a better defense right now because they have proven that to be so. They were the number 1 defense next to Seattle last year. So I mean, last season, should I say? And I think that's the same. I think Seattle's defense is top 3 too. I think they're still good.
Yeah, I mean they didn't really lose anything.
Yeah,
and the Panthers do have a good defense. I thought you were saying top 5 too. I was like, I can't go that far, but they do have a good defense.
No, the Panthers have improved defensively.
Yeah,
I would have to look at a whole bunch of other teams because I mean. I look at the top 5 and I can just name it off the top of my head because of how good they were and what they've done on paper. But I couldn't say whether or not the Panthers are top 10.
And just like every year, every team has basically improved in areas that they were weak in the year before. I mean, that's just a cliche that happens every training camp in the first place. What it turns out to be at the end is what that's the result that we need to be worried about. But Yeah. Well, if Houston gets a top 15 offense, it's over.
Well, it might help that they got Tank Dell back, but I hope he's okay. But
the thing that's funny about that is think about, and this always affects some of those top defenses. Think of the Browns two years ago. Through the first 8 games, they were on a historic run. But their offense could just never do anything. And so they ended the season not even being the top in the league for that year. But they started crazy. The problem is if they never leave the field, that's the biggest issue. That's actually what I worry about with, you saying that the Panthers are going to be a top 5 is that offense better show up every week. Otherwise, the numbers get hurt if they're on the field all the time, regardless of how good they are.
Well, the Panthers are the
defenses
Texans
in general, but
yeah.
So when you're talking about some of those Jets were the same way, right? Is when you think of how good that Jets defense was, the offense could never figure it out. Hey, there we go. I'm just collecting them.
This year for the Jets, is going to be.
You want people to talk bad about your Panthers, Sonia. That's what it is. So you can come out here and comment like you ain't got no business.
She's just.
I'm playing also.
She just looking for haters.
He's flipping
That's
us off like Mr. Bean in the car. Like
right.
This year
Yes,
for the
over there.
Jets. This year for the Jets, I'm going to call it. I'm going to say it's going to reciprocate. I think that offense is going to be a crap ton better, and they're actually going to put points up on the board. They're
Mm-hmm.
probably going to win games by with their offense. The defense, yeah, well, they lost a couple of great players off that defense, but
Yeah.
even Jack doesn't have faith in them because of Geno Smith. I don't know, man. I think Geno's really he takes a lot of flack. If you don't put him in a good situation, fine. He's not great. But if you take care of him, you give him a good offensive line, and Bo, yeah, you know that just by fact. If you give him a good offensive line, give him a couple of weapons, he can put some numbers up,
He
and
actually
he can
didn't even
win you
have a
some
good
games.
offensive line. He didn't have a good offensive
Right.
line here. We had a bottom 5 offensive line when he was here. So like he can actually even work under duress. He just happened to have 3 really good receivers at the time. But
Right.
I mean, if you give him weapons, he can do stuff. Now, that being said, he will need to figure out how to stay out of trouble. Obviously he had his meltdowns with Vegas, but since he's gotten to New York, he's been stopped twice by police and then also had a domestic, investigation. And then was just allegedly kept out from going into a nightclub. Now, I don't know why you're going into a nightclub just before going to camp, but hey, it sounds like he got in there and they're like, yeah, no, we're not going to let you in. And he's like, do you know who I am? Which is what got him in trouble with the first cop he got pulled over by. And they're like, yeah, we know exactly who you are. So if he can figure out how to stay out of trouble, maybe he can do something.
Yeah. So goes the battle now in Minnesota.
Oh man, you better screenshot that last one.
100%, 1,000%. She said 1,000%.
She agrees with me. Period.
She's putting the middle finger up to me now and agreeing with you. Okay, that's fine. It's all good. It's all good. Just keep that same energy up and down in the season, Sonya. That's all I got to say. Then on top of it, we got the battle starts in Minnesota for QB1 between the favorite Kyler Murray and J.J. McCarthy. That is interesting. The elf versus the never was. I don't know what you want to call that. They both had some injuries last year, didn't finish the season. Yeah, it's going to be whoever adopts to KOC the best. That's all I can say about that whole battle. I don't know what's going to happen here.
I'm going to go with Kyler Murray. I'm going to say that KOC definitely has obviously he wants a quarterback that has experience. And I don't know if JJ has that situation yet to where he can do that. He just didn't have enough reps. He didn't get enough reps, and injury played a role. And I just think probably his confidence might be a little bit shaken there. And especially since you brought in another quarterback, this is the name of the game is business.
Yep.
And I think that the offense that KLC is going to make sure that offense works around Kyler Murray, especially with 2 stud wide receivers. Aaron Jones is still there. Who's the other running back? Who's the other running back there? Mason? Is it Mason?
Yeah, Mason. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
they should have.
Kyler's going to win, right? I
Yeah,
mean,
exactly.
if you are an offensive coordinator, you drafted a guy that was overdrafted anyway, right? Like he shouldn't have went as far as he did. He hasn't been able to stay healthy. Yeah, Kyler has his drawbacks for sure, but he's been available mostly. And, JJ hasn't been available at all. So, I mean, if you're going to try and build something for this year, because they're going to start losing talent on that roster, they're going to have to start paying people, which means people are going to go away. If you're going to do one of those, hey, one last push, you have Kyler for free, you might as well, try and make that work because JJ's shown he's not the guy yet.
Yeah, and on top of that, you have grumblings by your main receiver. Elf on the shelf. That's what I was going to say. Good one. when
He
you have
represents
grumblings
the
by
lollipop
JJ,
kids.
yeah, JJ, the other JJ, the receiver JJ, Justin Jefferson, he's grumbling about, hey, he doesn't. I don't think he's liking this situation either. I don't think he likes either one of the quarterbacks, to tell you the truth.
Oh yeah.
I think that he's on that cusp. Like, look, I just want the damn ball, and I'm not getting that with either one of these quarterbacks at the moment. So can I have my out somewhere so I can go somewhere and win? Actually, those are grumblings. I'm not saying that he's fortified in that camp yet, but. Yeah, that's not a good look either, especially when you're one of your quarterbacks and you don't get along. Being JJ McCarthy and Justin Jefferson. So, like I said, that'll be an interesting saga that continues. I just, for Minnesota, we're having the same problem that we had last year, trying to figure out, like if Sam Darnold was going to do well, and he did. He proved that everybody wrong about his situation. He did really well, and then he went to Seattle and proved, hey, I can win a Super Bowl too. So he was not the problem. The front office for Minnesota was the problem in drafting J.J. McCarthy as high as they did, and throwing him out to the Wolves after he comes off an ACL. Just letting him sit behind a quarterback that has some kind of veteran leadership. Like, they could have just kept Sam Darnold and just had him, under tutelage there. Of course, I don't know how Sam Darnold would have dealt with that, but I'm sure he would have dealt with that a lot better than, say, some other quarterbacks not named Aaron Rodgers. But anyway.
I mean, this right here is why their GM got fired. That's why their GM got fired.
Yeah.
Is because Sam went and won a ring. And honestly, because also you ended up with Daniel Jones playing out of his mind till he got hurt. Like, the two guys they let walk out of the building went and had a ton of success elsewhere, and who they kept didn't do anything. So, yeah.
And you gave up more for him too. So you're out of draft picks.
Yep.
Plus you're out of two quarterbacks that were viable and probably could have got you to where, well, I don't know if it got where the Seahawks were, but at the same time, again,
I mean, he won 14 games with the Vikings.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. That's franchise potential. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, really, the only teams they had to figure out were the Rams and Lions, because they couldn't beat either one of those teams. So I mean, you could get past that with some adjustments in the next season. I don't know what Minnesota was doing, and you're right. That's the reason why Quasi got fired. But anyway, but it's too late, too little now, because now they're scrambling to try to find something that's going to work for the team, and that's never a good look. That situation probably won't be ironed out for another couple of years as far as their quarterback situation goes. They're either going to have to draft another one, or somebody's going to become. Yeah, they're gonna have to find a free agent that's going to step in there and do that. Hell, you never know. Kirk Cousins might come back.
Well, I mean, the problem is by the time they actually get to do any of those things, they're going to lose guys like Justin Jefferson.
Jefferson.
They're going to start turning that team over, and it'll just be another Vikings wasted opportunity.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. And let's see. Anybody else have any other news from their teams that they wish to share? Seattle, New Orleans, anything going on?
I like how quiet. I like how quiet our off season has been. Outside of Witherspoon not signing his deal, our off season's been real quiet, which I'm a big fan of. And that's even with Hard Knocks filming this thing. So I like that we don't have a lot of noise around our team. It's one of the things that I always say, noisy off season means you struggle during the season. Right. And so I'm a fan of that.
What about you, James? What's going on with your team?
Just the Chris Olave hold in. So I'll be interested to see how that contract plays out. He's probably going to be a $35 million a year receiver. That's what you got to pay. I'm not sure he's worth that, but I mean, what are you going to do? Yep. There's nothing you can do. He's number 64 in the top 100. 1,100 yards, 9 TDs in 14 games. I mean, it's just hard to argue that. It's just, again, I hope my interest in is seeing him stay healthy and being a good tandem with Jordan Tyson. So I can't wait to see that, and of course the running back that we snatched out of Jacksonville.
Mhm.
So we got what was that Travis Achan,
Mm-hmm.
uh, formerly
Picked up
known
a
as
real good running back.
ATN. Yes, man. So I can't wait to see it now. Offensive line. Now we're loaded up with depth. Now we got a couple of guards we drafted. One last year, one this year, and we took one from Buffalo, David Edwards. So yeah, man, it's looking like it's coming together. So I'm really excited about that. My prayer is just that everybody stays healthy, man. God, we already lost Brian Brzee and with the ACL, and so and hearing those other guys, come off the field with injuries the first day. Wow,
Mhm.
thanks.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's happened with a
Um,
couple players, obviously, too. So it's, don't know what they're
yeah.
doing in their off-season conditioning. I think that's the thing
Uh,
that has gotten lost in this whole situation with the players nowadays. But it is what it is. Well, there's a question for you there, Bo, about Leonard. Yeah, I heard about this. Leonard, after Carter had signed his, I think they asked him about his contract extension, and he said
Yeah.
he wasn't worried about it too much.
Yeah. I
you
mean,
talking about
they're going to get,
Quentin Williams? Who was? Or no, Leonard Williams?
Leonard Williams,
yeah.
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 Oh, gotcha.
So, I mean, they're going to get it done. Um, Again, Seattle pays defensive players, receivers, they pay those guys. Quarterbacks and running backs, they kind of stay away from those. Um, and are they going to take care of the defense? Of course. When you think of some of the best defenses over the last 10 years, Mike McDonald's been in charge of a couple of them.
Mm-hmm.
So it's yeah, they're going to get those deals done. Witherspoon is the biggest question mark because he's turning down record-setting numbers, which that looks like you're probably going to go to a different team because they'll entertain a lot. They won't entertain that so much. When you're already resetting the league and you're like, that's not enough, that's where teams are like, yeah, thanks, but no thanks.
Yeah, and I think what happened conveniently in his time there is the fact that Denzel Ward got paid. So now he's like, yeah, that's the reason why I said I didn't want that money because I think I can get some more money because that's what I'm sure that's what he ultimately wants to do is be the highest paid cornerback
For sure. And I do want to answer Rob's question there. We are doing pick'ems. We'll be going into year 5 of that, and your nameplate will be put on the first show. That's how we're ringing in the new year.
The Sonya.
Well, unfortunately, I can't, but somebody can, I'm sure.
I was gonna say that
I love how we're
money.
setting up shows right on. But this is unprofessional. I gotta keep remembering that, There
I
you
was gonna
go.
say about
We're getting ready to go.
resetting the market. We're talking about Denzel Ward. Denzel Ward has proven it since 2018. He leads the league in 108 pass breakups. So I mean, and he pretty much shuts down the side of the field. He might not have an interception, mostly because they don't throw it his way. So
He's been probably one of the most consistent, underrated, I think, corners in this league.
yeah.
Witherspoon, yeah.
And he's now become the unquestioned leader of that defense. But now that Myles Garrett is gone, and of course, and look for on that defense of Cleveland's defense. That they already got Schlesinger as linebacker, but you got the defense, the guy they traded for the pick for with Jacksonville when Jacksonville picked Travis Hunter. They were able to pick up that the kid out of what was it, Florida State, or what school did he come from? The defensive tackle. I think I'm not sure.
I
I
don't
think it
remember.
was I forgot. Yeah, but he's been good in the middle, and now they have Jared Verse, which he's no slouch as well. So that defense, that's why I picked them in top 5. I think they're still going to be top 5 in the league.
Yeah, I mean, you can argue that their rush defense got better with Verse over Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett's great at getting sacks.
Right.
Verse was, he was a defensive player of the year, or defensive rookie of the year, I should say. And then they have last year's defensive rookie of the year too. So, I mean, you're right. They're going to be a good team.
Right.
Yeah, they're going to be decent defense. I'm not sure they're going to be, because you can't lose a force like that, 23 tackles, a consistent, 12 and up guy as far as sacks go every year. You can't lose that consistency and don't think your defense is going to lose a little bit of consistency. So I'm just saying.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. I just don't think that you're going to lose something, but it's not going to be significant. It's not going to be a drastic drop, because that he was at a situation where he was an all-time. You could have a guy that have an all-time. Who was offensive rookie of the year? God. Yes. Yes.
Tex-Mex. That's what I call him. Anyway.
But yeah, I think Jared is continuing to ascend. I agree with Bo. He has an all-around game. He reminds me of Cam Jordan, a young Cam Jordan, sort of like that. He can play. He can rush the passer. He can stop the run, and he can Cam would have double digits in like pass defense, sacks, and something else he would do. It was almost like
Is that how that works?
Say my name. Say my name. This is not a rerun of Destiny.
Tedero McMillan. I'll give her a shout out. Tedero McMillan is who she's talking about, ladies and gentlemen.
Respect on that name. Respect.
That's right.
Now, Sonia, just a question for you before we get off this show. Will he win Offensive Player of the Year?
No.
Probably
not.
Anyway. Yeah. Just waiting for her to respond something. But anyway.
I mean, I feel like we should get a third middle finger before this show's over, right?
Yeah, we need to get a third. We need to get a third one. I mean, Sonia, please oblige us with the third middle finger so we can have 3. It is the Unprofessional Professional Sports Podcast, and we just need a third middle finger for that before we go off air. I mean, you got a little bit of time. You got about 2 minutes left, so give us that middle finger. I am not hating. Who did I hate? Because I didn't say his name. I said Tex-Mex. That's what I called him, Tex-Mex. But anyway,
my goodness.
I'm not hating on him. There's nobody hating on him. Perception. There's hate perception.
There we go.
Oh yeah, now, there you go. We don't need gazillion.
I like it. That's how you know it's a good show.
Anyway, yes. Oh, by the way, thank you to everybody that responded in the comment section. Awesome, guys. Thanks a lot for that. Sorry that Keith couldn't stay on long. Obviously, he's having some difficulties. Yeah, we miss you, man. We'd like to have your opinion on the New England Patriots.
Tech issues will get you.
Yeah, tech issues will get you, though. What are you saying? Who said? You said T. What?
I was laughing at Rob's. Yes.
And on that note, we will be leaving you to have the rest of your day, and we will see you next Wednesday, hopefully with all 4 of us on there at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. What is that for you, Bo? 3 time? 3 o'clock here. 3 o'clock Pacific time.
Yep.
Everybody, have a great rest of your day.
All right. I ain't never worried about a thing. I just gotta stay in my lane. All right.